Flecks of He and I is a Pretoria-based storytelling collective that incorporates spoken word poetry into live music. The band have recently dropped their debut album called Peace is of a Struggle, a project that sees poetry, music and art come together in a union transcending time and space. Joining us now on Zoom to speak about this newly released body of work as well as their group's journey in the music and the spoken word landscape is Phomolo Sekamotho. We're hoping to be joined by Kokezo Mahlangu as well, who is also a band member. Phomolo, I'm going to start with you. A very good morning to you and a warm welcome to Morning Live. Hi Phomolo, good morning. Welcome.
And good morning to the viewers as well.
How did the band come together and why the name Flecks of He and I? Hi Phomolo, did you get my question?
When we were children,
Hi Phomolo, please indicate if you're still with us and you can hear me.
Dreams, paid flowers, visits, captured beats.
Okay, we seem to have lost Phomolo there.
I used to recite poetry a lot. So simple as I'm here.
Yeah, how did the band come together and why the name
so I
Flecks of
started
He
off
and
as
I?
a spoken word artist
After bad habits made innocent
to perform poetry in the circles, and I wanted to experiment with music, and so I gravitated towards experimenting with musicians like Kokezo Mahlangu, Mbutseng Suhume, who comes from a long lineage of musical family. So since way back, I think since 2016, 2015, I was experimenting a lot with music. So what I was trying to do, I was trying to find room for poetry within a body of music. And I think 4 years later, we are here with an album.
Take us through your role and your contribution to the band.
loneliness dared not to be
So initially, we used to write the poems. The poems would inform the music, but now it's more than that. The directorship of the band, is by me, but there are some other aspects as well, in terms of like putting the brand of the band out
time. There's money, memories,
there. That's strictly just, being in the forefront, but also being in the background because, allow the music to take precedence as well.
Let's talk about the making of the album Peace is of a Struggle. What was the vision and the inspiration behind this masterpiece?
So Pieces of a Struggle emanates from pieces of a puzzle, and really it speaks to the vastness of our people, Black people. We really wanted to look at our differences, look at our fragmentations, because as a people we are constantly collecting pieces of self, constantly collecting experiences. So we really wanted to preserve language with this body of work. We wanted to preserve culture. The poems that are written are stories that we were told as kids, and so we just trying to preserve culture by telling these stories the best way we know how. We believe that Africa has beautiful stories, and we wanted to tell these stories our way, and we did that with music, and we also collaborated with other brilliant minds to help the album to elevate it We worked with Bia Designs as well, who interpreted the music actually with visuals. And we also worked with Naledi Farm just to, shoot a documentary and tell, the Black person's story.
And then the album cover for this project, I believe it has a sentimental meaning to you. Hi, Phomolo, can you hear me?
It does. So then, yes, I can, CPW. Grandmother's fingerprint, who passed away just before we dropped the album. So I wanted to pay homage to her with the album cover. Not just her, but also pay homage to women. I was raised by strong women, so I also wanted to make this an ode to them.
You guys are not really new to the poetry and the music industry. Why did it take you so long to drop this album?
So we actually recorded the album 3 years ago, and it got lost in studio. So we had to get ourselves up from that and to re-record the album. So about the music that got lost, I think the timing is right for the music to escape in this way, and we couldn't be happier with how it came out.
And then the song Mankonkosane that you dropped a couple of months before the album, I believe it was recorded with a 7-piece band, and it features Mpumi Dlamini, wasn't it?
Definitely, yeah. It features Mpumi Dlamini. Obviously, we had to lend, ourselves to the accordion because of Basotho, and we want to tell Ditori Basotho to actually work with, and he did wonders with the album.
Okay, and let's talk about the tracks that made the cut on this album and how you managed to sort of celebrate, the Setswana and the Sesotho culture and heritage into this body of work.
Yes, I think we're intentional about what we name the tracks. The first track, Barenere, is actually what our elders would say when they tell us tales. Itomo. Somewhere in the mix there's also Koi, and Koi is what we used to say when we respond to Barenere. And the last song is Ketsomo Gamateto. These are some of the sentimental things that we borrow from, because to move forward you need to borrow from the past, and we felt that the songs that are on the album make it feel like a complete project. Obviously we recorded more music and we didn't put that out, but we feel like the songs that are on the album help us tell a story, and they serve as a debut album. And yeah, I think we are happy with the songs that made it to the album.
Phomolo, I was so tempted to just listen to the song in the background and just get lost in the music, but then I had to chat to you. Thank you so much for joining us, and we appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, most definitely. That was a member of the band Flex of He and I, Phomolo Sekamotho. We were just in conversation with him about their newly released debut album titled Peace is of a Struggle.